So just a quick update. We had quite a week in the markets with stocks and forex have been exceptionally good this week due to the number of factors. The central bank expansion in the US market and the Boris winning the election by absolute landslide over in the UK sent the pound and the euro screaming higher, and the US dollar and the yen were down quite a bit. So have a look at US markets first, and then we'll go to look at forex, what happened with the forex. But so S&P 500 daily and 4 hour has returned to momentum again now. It broke out here, back to momentum again. There's no logical reason for this. It's obviously because of the central bank's intervention, and these large cap companies buy back their stock. It's nothing to do with the valuations or nothing's necessarily improved all that much, but there is some signs of avoiding a recession in the US next year, but it remains to be seen. VIX got smashed back down again, obviously. So the Nasdaq has broken into momentum again, broken out of this short-term consolidation here, and that was good. And junk bonds have rallied off that support there, which is good. They've rallied and broken out of that pennant type of a pattern there. So they've caught a lot of buying through the week. Junk bonds have, so that's obviously bullish for stocks as well. And Nikkei broke out with the yen being crushed. The Nikkei's broken out of this consolidation here and turned to momentum again. So that's good, a bit unexpected, but that's the way it goes with trading. You can't anticipate what's going to happen. You've got to just take it as it comes. DAX is in this bit of a consolidation here, but it's actually in momentum as well. So tired right now. I slept so much last night. Absolute very intense week, and just struggling through this at the moment. I've got a bit of a cold as well, which doesn't help. But yeah, let me have some coffee. That's better. UK FTSE, well, the FTSE obviously rallied on the back of Boris winning. I don't know, if you had have asked me, I would have said Boris would have lost, but certainly didn't expect him to win by such a huge majority like he did. But just shows you people make up their minds on the day when they go to vote. They could be thinking one way, and it's only when they vote that matters. So these opinion polls are an absolute joke. Once again, it's been proved they are absolutely, totally irrelevant. But there's some really good trading on the FTSE, and on the intraday template, of course, it's in a distribution here still. On the intraday template, this looks awesome. Very nice move there. I expected it to fade a bit, but it hasn't faded as much as what I thought it was going to, but not bad at all. And oil's been good. Oil's tested right to the top of this distribution here. It's kind of the way the Keynesians turned up now. It's kind of more of it's technically still a distribution, but it's building momentum actually, and the breakout should hold. If it was to break out of this resistance here at $60.33, then I'd expect it to keep going. What's the it's going to be interesting to see what it does actually. But on the intraday template, oil's been awesome this week, and it's been really good. this move here above the 4 hour has just been really strong. It turned a bit, consolidated a bit here, and then it turned back up again here. So it's going to be interesting to see what it does here at this level, 60.33. So the US dollar got slammed down to this support here on the daily support there on that trend line there. So it managed to hold it, which was so the US dollar decline is not yet confirmed, but it's looking like the US dollar could be headed lower in the longer term, but you don't want to say yet until it's confirmed, but it's looking that way at the moment. Pound US, pound rallied right up to this resistance here, and then it broke out and faded back to the end of the week on that resistance there, which is interesting. Obviously this rally was all due to Boris winning the election, and I actually left my free algorithm, my demo account algorithm, running through this whole period, and I thought this would be a good way to blow up the account. To my shock, it actually did exceptionally well, so I'm really surprised by that. I wouldn't leave a real algo running through that, a real account running through that type of event, but I was shocked to see how well the free algo on the demo account did during that time. The account was 24,000, and it was 35,000 by the close of the week. Was quite exceptional. I'm really shocked that it made so much money in that time. The average gain on that account was around about $100 on the settings that I've got it on, and it was making profits of some of the trades were making gains of $1,000 plus during that high volatility. So I'm really amazed how well it traded during that time. I expected the account to just be completely blown up with volatility like that, but I was quite shocked. It was good to see how it traded through that actually. I still made good money on my main algo because I was running it during the quieter times and turning it. It obviously doesn't run unless I tell it to, so I was still able to make good money on that account as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Very happy actually. Euro pound broke down this support here, broke down here, so it's interesting to see what that does. If that's got further, look at that massive move there. It's awesome to see moves like this in forex. That's been one of my favourites of the year, euro pound. Oh man, I've done so well off that pair. Unbelievable. Yeah, Euro NZ as well. What's that doing? Get rid of that one. Okay, Euro NZ. That's broken right down to. Looks like it's forming a bit of a base now, but boy, has that been a good move to the downside here. Pound CAD's been a ripper too. That's been very strong momentum on that pound CAD. Made some awesome moves in forex. Australian dollar NZ, that's got very overextended to the downside now, so it's looking like it's trying to mean revert now. So that got a lot further down than what I expected it to, but NZ Swiss, that's a breakout of that. That's the sort of potential move that you could see on oil like that, where when the Kijun turns up like that, it usually has the momentum to break out and push on through then. When the Kijun follows the price up like that, whereas Whereas if the key distance stays flat like a typical distribution, then the price will tend to stay within that distribution range. It might break out briefly, but it'll come back into the range again. But whereas that key distance following price up, then it's usually got good momentum then. So it's going to be interesting to see what oil does with that. And this is Euro US too, so similar thing. Now the hasn't broken above, it broke above briefly and then it pulled back into the distribution again. So interesting to see what Euro US does with this resistance here on the daily. Swiss Jappy is another example of that, when the Kijinsen follows up, then it breaks out, so that it's likely holding there with the weakness in the yen, for example. That's just obviously I'm still trading this on the intraday template, but it's interesting to see what it does. And this is the same, New Zealand US, it's the same. It broke out here and kept on going, which has been awesome. It's been an awesome breakout. That really nice, really nice. Look at that. From here, this breakout on the intraday. This looks like this looks like unbelievable on the intraday to trade. It's been awesome. So, and we've got a few more to go yet. Dollar CAD stuck in this distribution here. Euro Jappy, so again one of those ones that have broken out of this resistance here. It's just pulled back a bit to end the week, so we'll see what happens. US dollar Swiss is broken down a bit. Now that's more likely to be a false breakout when it's like that, because the Kijinsen stayed up here in the distribution here. It didn't follow price down, so it's going to be interesting. And I just write notes about all this. So again, Aus dollar US is the same. Kijinsen stayed down here in the centre of the distribution here, so it's already showing weakness there. After that breakout, broke out briefly, and then it ended up closing the week back inside the distribution again. That's a sign of that's typical of a distribution. That here's Aus dollar Jappy. That's broken out. Aus dollar Jappy's broken out, and it held above the resistance there. The Kijinsen's also gone with it, so it has pulled back on the 4-hour here because it got overextended. But that's interesting. And NZ Jappy, there's another good case of a Kijinsen following. That was just a consolidation there at the time. That wasn't a that was a ranging consolidation there. And once it broke above that, it kept on going with the Kijinsen. That was another real good breakout on that one. That looks awesome on the intraday template. That's been very good trading, that NZ Jappy. And that'll be about it for now. Good week, awesome week actually. Very good, very happy with this week, how everything went. I've got one more week to go in my official trading year till Friday. And then I finish my trading year officially finishes. So it's going to be interesting to see how things finish up for the last week. And then I'll be just trading off my intraday template with oil and E-mini and running the algos through over Christmas. I'll be running those until the new year. So that's it for now. Bye.